Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I am that props girl. I have been asked by many people how I set up my props tables when I work on theatre shows, and every props manager has their own sort of method. So I'm going to set up a little makeshift table here at home so I can show you guys my process, and then I will show you how it actually looks on a real show. So if you're keen to see that, then stick around. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell next to the subscribe button to stay up to date with all my future uploads. And with all of that said and done, let's jump straight into the video. Normally what I like to do when I first get to the theatre and I have my table set up, I like to lay it out first, because I've learnt from many years that the position of things can change on the table, because I'm a bit OCD with my Tetris and I like things to be very specific in their spots. But I also try and lay things out from the start of the show to the end of the show, so the table will just be used in a logical format. Sometimes it's not always possible, but that's usually my process. So as I said, I like to start by laying things out first, and I'm literally surrounded by props that I've just grabbed from everywhere. They're not for a specific show or anything, just to show you guys this sort of process. Depending on the theatre that I'm in, I like to have a little designated corner that's just for my personal stuff. So whether that's a script or my coffee or a drink bottle or even a toolkit, that always usually stays in one spot, and that's just because I need to have easy access to it. Of course, if the table doesn't allow for that because you've got a small space, then that's fine. You don't need to have that. That's just a me thing and something I genuinely like to do, but not a necessity for a props table at all. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have that little corner there. So I'm just going to put my Aladdin Junior script just in that corner, just to kind of set that corner aside. Now I've got this book which I'm going to lay down here as well, and so you can see that this is a tiny table, but I'm trying to get parallel lines, so I'll probably move that like that because I'm very, as I said, OCD about the whole thing and I don't like it to be too out of alignment. So let's grab something else. Okay, so I got this cake that I made and I'm gonna pop that there, and then it's a sewing kit from when I did Strictly Ballroom Musical. Now I'm going to pop that in front of that cake, and let's just say that they're used in the same scene. If something's used in the same scene or in the same sort of place in the show, I like to try and stack them in height order, and that's just because for me I like to be able to see them, because sometimes I'll be rushing towards props and go, where is this prop? And I like to visually be able to go, there it is. But if something is a bit precious, like say I've got like a specific ring or something, I might move this down and then pop them in behind here just so they don't get knocked off the table. This is from Little Mermaid, the musical. This actually, I don't know if it still does it. It used to turn on. I don't know if you still, oh yeah. You can turn this ball, fun fact, you can turn this ball on and it changes color. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but it actually does. Anyways, that's a little note that you didn't need to know, but let's just pop that there. So the table is laid out, great. So as I said, I like to lay them out just to see how it's going to look, and then I'll go in with the tape. So normally I would just move one row, but I'm going to take all of that side off so you can see what I'm doing. Now I typically like to use either a masking tape or a white electrical tape, depending on what I've got. Usually I prefer to use white electrical tape, but masking tape will also work as well. I will start by running a line down like that, straight as we can get it. Electrical tape's just a bit thinner, but I mean, if you really wanted to cut this, you could. I'm gonna drop that like that, and then typically make a little bit of space here. I will then do a line across like this, and now if you've laid out your props and you know that they're going to fit all the way across, you can literally just do like quadrants of lines, and that works really nicely. Often I'll use scissors, but look, today I'm not. I'll then go in and put a line down the bottom for me to write the names of things, and I probably should have moved items before I did this, but anyway. So that's done, and now I will go in with a marker and write down in the bottom and then up the right hand side what the item is in that square. Now I've labelled them here, so book, and then I have Jenny's script, Jenny's coffee, chocolate cake, sewing kit, shell, etc. Now normally if I know that this is like specific for a character, so for when I did Aladdin Jr., we did have a spell book which was Jafar's, and I just wrote Jafar's spell book, and that just really helps me to remind me like which character it's for, and also for them as well if they see it on the table, because sometimes there are things that are similar for different characters, and so they'll know, oh, this one's this character's, this one's this character's, but it also, as I said, helps them if the actors are putting them back, which good actors will, but obviously there's not always time. They can know exactly where to go. But this is also really helpful because if something's missing, you know exactly what's missing. So if I come to the end of a show, I will know, oh, all these props that are not in their spots are missing and I need to go and find them. And by the end of most shows, that's usually how the table looks, because they get used and they're put on different pieces of set and all that sort of stuff. But it just is a really good marker for you to know, okay, what's missing, where is everything at? And it's super, super easy, I find, to keep track of things. I usually find this whole process really relaxing and therapeutic, and if you're like me and you like things ordered, it's actually so soothing. I have so many people that come up to me and go, oh my gosh, your table is just so aesthetically done, because it's just so perfect, and it's always just something I pride myself on, and as I said, it's very soothing. So usually after the bump in and everything of a show, and if you don't know, bump in means just basically bringing everything into the theatre, I like to go through and do this, and it just really centers me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready. That's just me. But yeah, as I said, each props manager usually has their own different method of doing this. This is mine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this quick little tutorial here, and if you guys have any further questions about props management or props making or what I do when I'm working on a show, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear from you. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and bell so you can stay updated whenever I upload. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.